Hello and welcome to another LOTRO Secrets video with me, Balthelion, and today I've got 3 separate secrets for you, and they all take place in the Eastfold area of West Rohan. So here's West Rohan. We're down in the very southeast in the Eastfold region, and if we just open up that map, we can see that we are currently, for our first secret, we are south of Beacon Watch. So this is the biggest of the 3 secrets because there's a bit more reasoning behind it. Maybe there's reasons behind the other 2 that I just don't understand, I'm not sure. But we're southwest of Beacon Watch. Now, if you've actually been questing around here, there's a fair chance you might have actually stumbled across this. Because there's some quest givers in Beacon Watch which will send you down to a cave, which is just down there, Dor Shatteroffel. And it's very close to that kind of like straight line between the 2, so you could accidentally discover this one. So it's maybe a bit less secretive, but maybe you don't understand the significance and how detailed and rich this secret is. But this one is based on a fairy tale, which I believe was created in the early 19th century, which is called Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. So if you're not familiar with that, it's basically about a girl who wanders off, as they normally do in the fairy tales, and she stumbles across this house. So she goes into the house, and then she always finds 3 of everything. So she finds like 3 bowls of porridge, and then she's trying them out, decides one is not to her liking, second one's the complete opposite but still not to her liking, and the third one is just right. And then it's kind of like the same thing with various other things. So she finds 3 chairs, and then there's one of those is just right, etc, etc. And at the very end she finds a bed which is just right, and she just lies in it and goes to sleep. And then later it's discovered that like there's a family of bears. So there's like a father bear, a mother bear, and a baby bear, and they come home and then they're just a bit confused because someone's eaten from the baby's porridge, someone's been using the baby's chair, whatever, and it kind of goes through the sequence, mirroring the bit with Goldilocks, and eventually they find her asleep in the baby's bed. So yeah, this house then. So we are in Eastfold. We're at 72 south, 58.4 west. And there is a suspicious little cottage which no one actually inhabits, but outside, which if you might have found the house, but you might not have realised this, we have a little wood bear cub, aka baby bear. We have a mature hill bear, aka mummy bear, and we have a hostile hill bear, aka daddy bear, who are just kind of like wandering around, peaceful. We come in peace anyway, boys. To be fair, it probably wouldn't attack me anyway because it's a trivial mob. Actually, yeah, just realised they're like level 9, 11 and 12 rather than local mob levels. But if we head inside then, so we can see there are 3 bowls. So there's Daddy Bear's bowl, the big one, Mummy Bear's bowl, the medium one, and the little baby bowl, which is just the right size there. And again over here we have Daddy's chair on the right, Mummy's chair in the middle, and then the baby's one, which is the smallest one. And then, look over here. We have Daddy's bed, the big one, Mummy's bed, the small one. And who is this blonde child that's going to sleep in baby's bed? Damn you, Goldilocks. Just having a nice little kip there. So yes, it's a nice little touch. Nice little reference to that fairy tale. Maybe some of these bits, maybe you realised what it was a reference to before, but it's pretty cool anyway. So there's 2 other ones that I'm going to show you, so I'll just make my way over there and then I'll meet you guys in a second. Okay, so we're back, and for our second secret then, you need to start at Ordberg, or in that general vicinity, which is like the capital of the Eastfold region. And you just want to head kind of like northwest, so there'll be a cliffside, probably just around about where the RNG of Ordberg is. There's a couple of orc camps in there. You might recognise that because you might have had to do some quests there in the past. Just basically keep heading northwest up until you get where I am now, which is 66.3 south and 65.5 west. So you basically end up in this wooded area at the top of the hill. If you just keep hugging the hill, keep it on your left. But there's a passage where we can go back on ourselves now and head back kind of south. So if you come back over this way, we're going to find like a really remote little cottage where some guy is living with all his children, and you will see that there is an orc which has been, I don't know if he's been murdered or just knocked out. He's very badly injured at the very least, and the kids are laughing and dancing, and the dad's laughing because he's just twatted him over the head with a frying pan, and as I say, if you killed him or knocked him out, so they find that absolutely hilarious. But if we go a little bit deeper as well, we can kind of explore this cottage. So you can't go in any of these buildings, but you've got some other kids just sat around telling stories. There's one that's trying to pat a cat, or is the cat just what? No, she's in the flowers, and the cat's watching. So yeah, he's got a lot of kids, isn't he? He's got 5 kids. I don't know how he supports them because he's pretty remote. I mean, unless they're just eating all these eggs from the chickens, but they're not farming their own crops or anything. So maybe he has to go into town to trade. So that's our second secret, and our third secret. You'll kind of want to start here. And basically, we're going to carry on going around the edge of the mountain. So your best bet for the third one is, again, either stop here on your way or start from Aldberg, hug the mountains, and we're going to go all the way up, kind of near this provisioner, but stay as high up the mountains as you can, go all the way round, and we're going to end up somewhere over here on the western side of the mountains. So we'll pick up there in a moment. Okay, so we're back then for the third secret. So this has now taken us to 65.1 south, 67.2 west. So it's slightly southwest of that provisioner. Now in my case, I hug the mountains as much as possible, which means I'm literally up in the mountains, and I get to this point where I can see this little valley down below. But it's possible you guys didn't hug the mountain as well. You might be on the valley floor. That's also fine, because that's where we're about to jump down next. And if we come all the way down here, so you could normally come up this this valley passageway, which leads from outside. But if we just head into this cave where these turtles are, so suspicious turtles. I'm not sure if this is a reference to anything. Anyway, we can head deeper and we can see there's a whole bunch of kids just hanging out in this cave, having a little campfire party, just minding their own business. And if we come a little bit deeper, just around into the cave where it's all starting to snow through all the mountains and that. We will see that there's a couple of kids actually building some snowmen. Now, they've at least dressed a bit more appropriately for the weather. He's got a very short cloak there, but whatever. But yeah, they're making their own little snowmen. So that's 3 little secrets of the Eastfold. It's possible there's possibly some more as well, but those are the only 3 that I know off the top of my head. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. If there's any other secrets you're aware of the Eastfold, please let me know. I'd be interested to know. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you guys next time.